Good afternoon, everybody. So, as you saw in the thumbnail, this is not a sewing video because I didn't finish that dress yet. So, here's the collar. I have been working on it, I promise, but I stopped for a couple of days because we're having a heat wave in New Jersey. In fact, today's supposedly the last day of it. Tomorrow it's going to be milder, and then I think Friday the high's only going to be like 69 degrees, which is normal for this time of year in New Jersey. We had a heat wave that started Saturday. It's been oppressive, like really oppressive. And I do not have, nor do really any of the buses where I work, have air conditioning. So when I get home at the end of the day, even though I have air conditioning, which you might actually be able to hear because it's kind of loud right now, I'm just like spent. I'm so hot from sitting on the bus because school buses are basically a tin can with wheels and no air conditioning, that I just haven't had the initiative or the drive or the energy really to sew. But Monday and today I went to Goodwill and I found some pretty amazing stuff. I mean, even for my Goodwill, like amazing stuff. So I thought, you know what, even though I promised them a sewing video, I will do a haul video. There's some sewing stuff, so I'm not lying, right? So let's start with the sewing stuff. I'm going to put this aside. This is, like I said, the collar, which I am going to follow the directions. I'm not going to do the collar to the bodice like I thought about it, because the more I looked at the directions, you really have to do the skirt attachment and then put in the facing for the buttons before you do the collar, because of the way the collar sets in. So I'm going to actually follow directions for never in my life, because I never follow directions. It's kind of my charm. All right, so very first sewing thing. Okay, so this book is from 1972. The reason that's significant is there's two people in here, one of whom I have to see if I can find her name, because I remember her. She was one of Charlie's Angels in like the second Charlie's Angels. I can't remember what her name is though. I don't know if any of you guys, make sure you guys can see this. I can't remember what her name is, but the other person that's in here, and I do remember her name, and you know, set the Wayback Machine, guys, is Susan Day. Now, if you're young and you don't know who Susan Day is, Susan Day was on a very popular show in the 70s called The Partridge Family. And then later in the 80s and 90s, she was on an incredibly popular adult show that was called LA Law, that had like Harry Hamlin and Corbin Burnson and like a lot of famous people in it. And let me see if I can find a picture of Susan, because you might recognize her if I can find the picture. And so I was surprised. She looks really young in these pictures, so I'm assuming these were early like modeling, pre kind of like television work, or maybe she was doing both. I'm not sure. Oh, come on, where was it? You know, if I was smart, instead of paging through this and wasting everybody's time, I would have put a little bookmark in here, because somebody had already bookmarked this. Let's see if I can find that bookmark. Okay, I will show you some pictures from this though, like, wow. And wait, the next couple are better, because you think you're cottagecore? You ain't cottagecore. You're not cottagecore unless you're wearing a freaking bonnet, man. And then there's this. I think there should be a new look called Midsummer Core. There it is right there. That's Midsummer Core. Okay, so that's what people should be wearing, is Midsummer Core. Oh, and I found this in there. I love this. This is dot matrix printer paper, which I haven't seen in forever, and it was shoved in with the pictures for how to make curtains. So I guess somebody made curtains, and this was her little guideline. It's a pretty cool book, actually. Having looked through it a little bit, it's got like a little bit of everything. Of course, I can't find Susan Day, even though I know she's in here. Oh, come on. There she is. Here's a picture of Miss Susan Day. There's Susan Day. So she was on the Partridge Family. She played Lori Partridge. And then later she was on LA Law, which was kind of good for her, because, you know, Lori Partridge, that was kind of like a weird child star type thing. So it was nice that she went on and actually had an adult career. So yeah, got this book for $2.49. It's not a really expensive book. I looked it up on Etsy. It's like $8 on Etsy, so it's not super expensive. But this next thing was amazing. So I'm going to show you the whole thing. There's the price. And yes, it is exactly what it looks like on the package. In my history of going to Goodwill, I have never found scissors of any kind, much less pinking shears. And these are seriously heavy pinking shears. Never heard of this brand. It's Klaus. It looks like Klaus's, but with 2 S's, which is weird. Klaus with a C and 2 S's. Here, let me show you guys see if you can see that name. Never heard of this company. No idea. Never heard of them. But for $3.99, I got another set of pinking shears, and they're really heavy, which to me is just like, wow. So that was the sewing stuff. So let's talk about the non-sewing stuff. And these first 2 things I found on Monday. And they are, that's right, this pattern. It's Friendship, I think it's called. These are in amazing condition. This is in really amazing condition. And then I had this bowl. Now, the interesting thing is Goodwill is apparently getting hip to the whole Pyrex thing, because I used to be able to pick these up, like this one for like $1.99, right? This one maybe $2 or $3.99. This one was $6.99. Still kind of worth it because they're expensive. And my friend has some of this. I'm going to see if I can steal it from her. Yeah, and I do mean steal it. And this was like $3.99. But it is such a lovely pattern. I have to soak it. The label's still stuck to it, so I got to soak them. All right, so, and then today I went back in and I found this. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen this pattern. I thought it was so pretty. And it's got no marking on the bottom. I mean, this kind of reminds me of Fire King, but there's no Fire King marking. Again, I got to get the label off of it. This one's a little dirtier. For all I know, this could be modern. I mean, this could be from TJ Maxx last week, but I just really liked that pattern. And I needed a loaf pan because I like to occasionally torture myself by making my own bread. You know, so there you go. There's for that. All right, so this last thing, you know, when you go to Goodwill, there's always that impulse buy that you later go, crap, I can't return this now, right? Why did I buy this? So here was my impulse buy. Bear with me. Okay. So this is the inside. You can see the price tag still there, $4.99. I don't think the light is really going to catch how beautiful this is. This is what the outside looks like. This is for your ceiling lights. This is a ceiling light cover. It is absolutely positively vintage. I'm going to go with possibly, I'm thinking 50s, but this could possibly be as old as the 40s. Even the 30s, I think they were making these. But this is, the 40s is kind of, and the 50s is when these became popular. And I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the thing off my lamp at home and I'm going to put this up. I get home. The light in my bedroom, which is where I wanted to put this because I have all that pink. I have chocolate brown and pink and deco and a deco vanity set in my bedroom. Yeah, because I'm fancy. The light in my bedroom is like a cheap boob light. It's like a $10 boob light from, you know, Home Depot. It won't work. And I can't return it now. But I'm keeping it because someday I will own my own house again. And this is either going, I mean, look at how, can you guys see how beautiful this design is? Look at that. It's freaking gorgeous. And it was $5. If you go to like a salvage company, you can't get this for $5, I guarantee you. Especially this has literally not one chip on it other than being very dusty. And it's dust, it's not dirt. This thing is nearly perfect. So, all right. So that was my Goodwill haul. I really am going to start sewing. Like I said, it's so much. This heat is just, it kills you because we sit and wait for the kids and then we drive the bus and we're dropping the kids off and you're so hot. So I promised to work on some sewing and I really do promise the next video will be a sewing video. I can't help it if my Goodwill has great stuff. What am I going to do about that, right? So if you like this video, please like, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Please leave me a comment. I love hearing people's comments. If anybody knows the name of this especially. And if anybody has any ideas what I can do with this in the meantime, let me know. And until the next video, which hopefully will be a sewing video, I hope everybody has a great day, and I hope it's not too hot where you are, and they're going to mow the lawn in front of my place, so I'm going to go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.